Sinclair, magic. You go, boy, you go. He is a hero and a hawk.
Well, to be honest, I used to gamble a lot in that same area. But my father scolded me a lot and told me just go at the ball field. You know, because I was in that position whereby I was in negative activities, you know. But my father was the driving force in terms of me not being in that gang or that company. So I ended up going to the ball field, and this is where my game changed.
But where is Angoy's Avenue, and why do so many, according to Sinclair, fall prey to delinquent acts? Commonly known as Cow Dam, the Berbice neighborhood has many squatter settlements on the outskirts of central New Amsterdam. And out of such hardships is where Sinclair made his name.
So the pipe there, we used to, we didn't have a big bathroom, so we used to use a pipe and bathe right at the pipe, and then we used to go inside. So this is it. This is it. This is it. 5 of us in this house alone. My mother, my father, my sister, and my little brother. Basically, the whole family used to live it, but when most of them get big, they branch off and go to town. And my sister went to town and established herself as a registered nurse. And my brother, he's in the Berbice River right now. But this is where that started, with the trees. Well, my father liked plant. You see a lot of trees. So when I was small, this wasn't a big tree. This is like about 15 years old. The tamarind tree.
How you guys manage this though? 5 persons living. Are you sure there's a bedroom in here?
Yeah, it is. But it used to be tough because when my sister changing, you gotta come out unless she changing them things. So it used to be kind of tough. Even when I went in the academy, my brother used to sleep on the bed. Sometimes my brother got to sleep in the chair before I get the bed because, you know, I gotta get my rest, so I gotta play my game. Till the night I come and see the in the chair, he said, man, come and sleep with me. So 2 weeks, he used to lie down on a little bed. So he lie down here and I lie down here. You can't really turn. So it used to be tough, but in the end...
When they make a bed for you?
Yeah, I remember. But in the end, you know...
How emotional is it being back here? Obviously, now you sleep on the bed where you could turn. I know this is where you came from just years ago.
Man, it teaches you a lot, man. It teaches you, you know, to be a better person. And, you know where you come from, and you would always want to reach out to people that in this situation, because it don't be easy. Some days you come home, you don't get nothing to eat. You know, you gotta be worrying. That's why I was passionate about cricket, because I realized that, hey, this could be life-changing for me. And I never really focused on books too much in school. The teacher say get talent, but you know your work, but you're just playful. But that was me passion when I used to go to school. I actually read school before the janitor. I read school 5 in the morning, just to play cricket.
You get a young lady, she can't see it not too long. She says she used to collect sheep, carry sheep food for you.
How many days you went to school without eating?
Like I said, it used to be many days because, you know, your parents can't afford it that much. I go to school with a stitch-up pants and them thing, you know. But they had a particular lady in school who used to work at the canteen. She know my situation. She used to give me things and make sure I have it and stuff. So I was grateful for Auntie Marcy, the way she looked out for me. But like
you played cricket hungry?
Yeah, why not some days? But most of the days when I playing cricket, we used to get buns and lime wash, so to speak, like lime juice. He used to provide it for us, but when you're out there batting, you say, we're going Chinese later. It's 100, can everybody want to go Chinese?
Swatting mosquitoes in a shack, playing cricket for dinner as a young man, all with one goal of one day making it to the top to take care of his family.
The more I do well, the more, you know, I could give back. So it's all about me as well performing to the best of my ability on the field, so I could, you know, able to reach back to these people in those communities.
Battling out of poverty did not happen overnight. It started on a concrete strip where it was just a fanciful thought to play for the West Indies.
Here, this is the concrete strip that I usually be talking about. This is where I start my love for the game. So we used to play in front of that gate, and we just hit the ball facing that way. We used to bat this way and facing that way and hitting the ball out there. So I used to be listening in the house, what going on TV, and calling myself chilling forward in the yard. So this is where I start, right on this little concrete strip. So it's emotional for me, but you know, it's always good for people to know and share that little story in terms of where you come from.
But to be honest, given how things were, especially Borby, so much talent, you ever thought from this concrete strip you'd have been playing in international stadiums?
No, I never thought of that, but this is where I start, right? But for me, I moved to Angoy Avenue with my grandfather, get the opportunity to actually witness his grandson for the very first time playing in the yard with my neighbor. And this is when he see the talent in me.
From that strip, it was into the backyard of his grandfather, Kevin Sinclair, and it was a move that shaped his career to where it is today.
He used to be there, and I used to be like right here batting all the time. But the only thing for cut and them thing used to be like hard to execute the shot because it wasn't that wide enough. So most people used to play like more straight up in front.
We had company, as it was not just us who wanted to throw back to the old days in the yard in Kodam, as Sinclair's pets joined in.
Hey, yeah.
You gotta play to the ball. Oi!
All right, bully. All right, bully.
Oi, bye!
Good. Yeah. So this mango tree here, we used to put a light on it and used to shine down. So in the night, it used to be bright, and we just didn't knock it.
Then you know nobody around.
How many hours you guys used to spend here on a day?
It's like close to 6 hours, I should say.
Well, this wasn't much,
It wasn't much. It's like about 20 yards.
It's me alone. Me get wife and picnic from mine, everybody here. But sending me for look for job. All I used to tell you, this thing was giving you. If you didn't take it, has rat and Ali waiting there for collect you for work for them. You used to say, Nami, we live Nami. Take. You know, I was very creative. And I had was to be creative because you used to have to study them boys. You know, some they very smart. Like when I bowling, I used to do most of the bowling. When I bowling, they get some, the wicket keeper, he tell them what is the ball for the play. So sometimes when I come to here, you tell them leg break. And I used to do magic here. So when you think it guy in there, it come back.
And another thing we used to do, when the rain fall here, it used to be wet. So it used to be slippery, so you can't practice. So he sent me on the road to get, he usually burns a lot. Tampolin, spread it here.
Right through.
And you know the kiddies
You
bar?
had your own covers?
Yeah, the kiddies bar, you're bowling on top of the cover, so you just sliding on. And then your foot sliding, so you got to be able to move.
So you get...
Yeah, foot movements.
So I'm going to ask you something, right?
Yeah.
Look, we being real of where we are standing now. To where he is now, wearing a West Indies shirt. He just back in the West Indies set up. How proud are you whenever you sit back and watch him on television?
Looky there. We don't plan all of these things we are here. Looky there. I tell you, today and tomorrow when you land, that was telling me. Them boys will heist you and fetch you in. And you know you must. These things they don't lay out.
You had a plan that from out of this, he would have been here.
Up.
And the beauty about it, no coconut never fall on you, because it's under coconut tree.
But it used to fall by the gambling spot.
Yeah, the gambling spot, yeah. In front row tea. And all, it was rough, but we had an empty land there that we used to go and, play. And growing up, playing for West Indies and stuff, I think something needed like that in the community. whereby the kids could go and, have fun and play. But right now, when I go back at home, driving through the same street that I grew up, that's no longer there.
How much does that pain you seeing what you had as a youngster is not there for the next generation?
It's tough because you only see them lingering on the street, smoking, little kids smoking on the streets and something. This is something that I want to, haul them away from. So this is why I'm passionate about this foundation, to send that positive message. Once there's life, there's hope. And not because, things ain't going on for you, you think that's the end,
The 23-year-old has already gathered some support from corporate Guyana as he conducted youth academies in Demerara and Berbice this year. The intention is to expand further to all counties and certainly back home in Cowdam to cater for the young generation of cricketers.
When I go back in my community, when I look and see what's going on, that drives me. And it's not only about my passion, it's wanting to make a difference, and I think doing it at an early stage is going to help, save many as possible, not to stray. Because when you look at what's going on in the small communities, a lot of negative. I can tell you, youngsters going into smoking and them things, and they are the future. So my thing about it is the kids are the future and we need to protect them, So it's all about giving them that kind of belief in terms that they could make it out, because I make it out as well, And it's just sending a positive message, man.
Another one down. What a delivery from Kevin Sinclair. What a comeback he's having.